currently mid-December. It's very cold, so there's no riding really going off at the moment. So I thought for this week's vlog, I would tell you all about that young man right there. Everyone, say hello to Mo.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day.
So this is Mo. He is my now 5-year-old thoroughbred gelding who came into my life when really I wasn't looking for another horse. So yeah, Mo, what can we tell about you? Well, I'd had Reg about a year at this point, and I had been talking to Reg's breeder, the wonderful Tammy, who was just happy to see what Reg was getting up to, and yeah, saw how well we were doing with him. And then I get one day a message in my phone to say, do you know anybody that wants a 3-year-old unbacked, failed racing, never even started racing, has been used to babysit foals? And I thought, that sounds interesting. At the time I had a spare stable, dangerous, and I had a friend who said she would back him for me if I wanted to get him. Like I said, I had a 25-year break, so at this point I knew nothing about youngsters backing or anything like that. So yeah, sent a message back and said, when can I take delivery? And that's how our journey began. I was now the proud owner of 2 thoroughbreds and a very gangly, bottom high gelding who instantly made his mark around the place. You know you've got a Mo. It soon became apparent during this process that the person who I thought would be able to back him wasn't really able to back thoroughbreds or sports horses. So I was then stuck with no experience of backing and a youngster. And also, I couldn't afford to send said youngster away to be backed. So, I had to do it myself. So after lots of Googling, YouTube and everything else, and I don't recommend that, by the way, he was successfully backed. However, Mo then felt a little bit like his body was just not mature enough to progress with any more work. So I made the decision to give him a break, to give him the time to grow. He was still very bum high. At this point, I think he was measuring around 16.1-ish, 16.2. Mo grew continually, and I still believe he's still growing. And so I gave him a bit of a break to, yeah, he was being backed, he was a very immature, at that time, 4-year-old. He was a very immature 4-year-old. So guess what? He had another break. And so he had another couple of months off just to be a horse. And the time came then when I had to fetch him back into work. Now, I'm not too proud to say on here that Mo terrified me. He was a lot sharper than Reginald, and he was a baby, and I was very aware of everything I did would have an impact on him. So I used to constantly judge myself, thinking, am I doing something that will be detrimental to him? Am I kind of messing up his future? And I used to say to Tan, like, I can't wait for the day when I can just get on him and I don't have to either work him in, lunge him, or whatever. I can just get on him without no stress. So he came back into work with the goal of hacking, and all I wanted to do was hack him up the lanes confidently with no problems. As you can see, through consistency and repetition, the boy did good. And the boy surpassed all my expectations at that point and was hacking out confidently. And I was enjoying it. He was totally different to ride than Reginald. He was forward. He was keen. He was smart. And I got really excited. So I decided to start with the schoolwork.
Just keep breathing nicely. Inside leg, push him out. Little squeeze with the inside rein. Good, really nice. Sit up. Oof.
Don't you worry.
Most schooling has never been his forte. He finds it very hard to contain his very active brain into doing circles. So it's always been a challenge with him, but I felt like over this last year we've managed to settle down in his getting himself sorted, so everybody's happy with him, from the physio to the dentist to the saddle fitting. Still an ongoing problem. And happy in his mouth. Mo is uber sensitive, so any little changes he kind of feels it, but his schooling came on. Well, then I thought, let's introduce him to some fences, you know. I want you to be an eventer, mate. And Mo found his calling.
I have to leave, don't ever have to stay. This is all we've been dreaming of. All we've been dreaming of. All we've been dreaming of. All we've been dreaming of.
Mo took to jumping like a duck to water. Now, it's not been an easy process with that either, because he gets very excited, a little bit anxious at times, and starts rushing into his fences. So with the help of the wonderful Jess, who I met on Instagram actually under Heebie-Jeebies Eventing, I'll pop a tag in if you want to give her a follow. She had been following my journey with Mo, and I was kind of saying I'm stuck and I need some help with these kind of problems he was picking up along the way, and she said, come and visit me and we'll sort him out. So we get the boy in the trailer and I went for a visit.
Need to move closer, dear. Destiny is all that we need to feel. Oh, good. Don't ever have to leave. Don't ever have to stay. This is all we've been dreaming of.
I just felt like I had the basic tools to, you know, understand how to get him a little bit more forward and understand his issues. I booked in some events. So the first one we did was cross-country schooling at Winters Equestrian.
Good boy, Mo. fantastic.
And that went amazing. And I must admit, at this point, I'm super excited. I'm kind of thinking, this is the event horse. This is my novice horse. This is the horse that's going to take me further up the levels. So I booked him into his first Nervous and Novice show jumping, where we did a massive 50 centimetres. And as you'll see, he didn't go without problems. But I was super proud of how he kept his cool. And he's just showing what potential superstar he is. All going swimmingly. Everything seems to be coming into place. I look back and I kind of think, oh, I remember when I was just like, oh, can't wait to be able to get on him. And now we're hacking, we're schooling, we're going over jumps, we've been out to arena hire, we've been out to his first competition, we came third. And then I go for a schooling session and a lot of things come together and a pheasant jumps out, he spooks, panics, I come off and break 3 ribs and puncture my lung. Mo goes on an unscheduled break for 6 weeks. We come back off the break and I seem to have acquired a very opinionated, strong-willed 5-year-old who now I feel like I've gone back 10 steps. So, call out the 411, send out my bat signal to Jess, and she says, come for a visit.
Nighttime, something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive.
So after that fantastic visit, we are back fired up towards our goal of improving now for next year. So I'm slowly building back up with him. My confidence did take a knock and I'm slowly rebuilding that, but we are now back schooling, hacking, and we've incorporated the groundwork as well, because I think that's very important for Mo in getting him to be able to control his anxious outbursts that he has. I'll do another vlog on groundworking because it's a whole other subject that we do with him, or that I do with him. So now here we are with a potential superstar in our hands who's not easy. Mo, I always think, like, for people that meet Mo, he's like Marmite. You either love him or you hate him. He can come across with a big attitude. Deep down, he is one of the most loving horses on the yard. He's so nice to have around that I'm just really excited for the future with Mo. I'm really proud of myself that I have worked through backing a now 5-year-old and bringing him on. And I'm also aware that there is ups and there's downs. It doesn't always go in one way. What do they say? Progress is not linear. It goes up and it's down. And we still have days where I think I can't ride him. But Mo has super potential, and I'm sure you agree with that little catch up of him. You'd be happy to follow his journey and see where we get up to. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that little recap. Bit different to what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks, but important nonetheless. So if you want to follow our journey even more, like, comment and subscribe, and be ready for the next one. Thanks guys, see you next week. Do you want to be on the vlog? Hi, gorgeous boy. I love you.
Depths in my heart, we're dreamers.